Okay, so like I told you, the man himself is joining us for the first time. I don't even think I've interviewed him before. Or if I have, I really don't remember. But I'm such a big fan of his music. I remember as young as I was, my dad would buy his album and he would just keep playing it all over the place. And that's how I fell in love with his music. My favorite, however, is Emmanuel. And so we're going to use that to welcome the legend, Ofori Amponsah. Phils, are you ready? Let's go. Thank you for joining us. Please have a seat. Tell me, Emanuela is your favorite too?
I think so.
Is it?
It's I mean, Otole Get To is like something
that was also huge.
Yes, it's also.
I remember Otole Get was like crazy.
It's a good song.
Oh yeah. Yes, but me, Emanuela, any day.
Right.
I don't know what that song did to me.
Wow.
But like I said, my father had your album, so he'll play all the songs. And I literally learned, I could sing every song.
I'm flattered.
Oh, yes, you should be. You should be. And my concern is, why are you not recording those kind of songs anymore?
You know, I started way back in school when I was like about 13, 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and then trying to search for a producer, it took another 10 years for me to come out. So I was like, I came out when I was around 24 years.
Oh, wow.
And so I've been doing this for almost 24 years. And Charlie, it's...
Wabre, you're tired?
Kind of.
But you do timeless music, so you shouldn't be tired. I mean, even if you come out 10 years later, we'll still get a banger.
We're still working on it.
You're working on it.
Yeah.
I hope you're not changing your music necessarily. We like the old Highlife music.
No, I myself, I just sing what I feel. I don't sing what is going on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you're saying it took you 10 years to find a producer.
Of course.
Was that along the line when, I don't even know who discovered, was it Daddy Luma?
Yeah, it's Daddy Luma.
It was Daddy Luma.
Yeah.
So I remember when you started singing, and I'm sure you got that a lot. A lot of people thought that was Daddy Luma.
Of course, because I was like, you know, working with him for quite a long time, 5 years before I came out. Oh. So it's natural that his you know, things will rub off me. I mean,
did it upset you when people thought, like, you know, you've worked so hard to record a song and someone says, oh, that's Daddy Luma?
The problem should be the first song that I did with him. And most of the backgrounds, like most of the background was sung by me. Okay. And the voice was a bit like, you know, so that was where it all started. Okay. But it's good to be, you know, compared with the great. So
you didn't have a problem. You're being very honest. Like
I'm being honest.
And Kakrebi said, then I made me want my voice. I will be casting.
No, of course, if my songs were not selling, then that would be a problem. But like, you know, I made it to the highest. So.
Those days, what was being a star like? You know, we didn't have social media then, you know, as much as we do now.
You know, I'm never a star. Like, I'm this ordinary Ofori Amponsah. This is how I live. This is my simple
You've never
life.
seen yourself as a star?
No.
Me, I'm telling you you're a star. You don't want to accept it. What is that?
Yeah, because in me, I just live a simple life. I'm a very simple person. And I see life differently.
How do you see life?
Well, from the perspective of believing in God. Okay. And then, you know, just seeing how short life is. I just like, you know, every day could be your last. Exactly. You know, so that's how I think. I think like, you know, we should just like get back and see things from, you know, from that perspective.
Yeah. You're telling me at the age of 24, 25, 26, you were seeing life that way already?
Of course.
Because at such a young age, when fame hits you like that, you know all the girls are coming at you.
Oh, no.
Everywhere you go, everybody says, Ofori Amponsah, that's him.
You know, like actually,
and you're driving a flashy car then. It was a certain color. I don't remember what. I was pretty young then, but I used to follow that a lot. You had a very colorful car then.
Oh, but
okay.
Being kind
okay.
Me too, who particular one? Okay.
Well, maybe one of your first cars. I really don't remember the color.
Right.
But at that time, it must have gotten to you at a point. Say, hey, me and Uncle
No, actually,
you know.
I had to go through a lot before I became Ofori Amponsah. So when I became Ofori Amponsah, it was like, you know, everything was gone. The joy to come out, was just gone.
What did you go through?
It was kind of hard. It's not like, you know, right now you can just like enter a studio and record. But that time, it was, you know, a few studios, a few producers, and then just getting somebody to just like listen to your songs wasn't as easy as, you know, today you can just like drop it on the internet and it's gone. Exactly. So that was a big of a problem for me, getting somebody just to listen to my songs. And that time too, I was singing a bit differently. Like I started writing Odomrefi and theater in a different vein.
Oh, it wasn't the Antiata that we know.
It's Antiata.
But you were saying you were writing it in a different vein, like...
No, those songs, they were not playing that kind of trend that time.
At that time, eh?
Right, so it was a bit difficult getting somebody. But when I met that Luma was the time.
How did you meet him?
Well, I was just like, I go out every day with my CD and then just try to find somebody to listen to my songs. I was in school, so after school, I would just like pick my CDs and go around. And then I went to a CD shop, I think around La Paz. That was the last day I just wanted to give up because I was working for about 4 years trying to find somebody. So when I got to that place and I asked the guy, Charlie, do you produce? Because I just, you know, and he said, I don't produce, but do you have a song? I said, yes. I said, okay, let me listen to the songs. So he just, you know, started listening, just nodding and said, Charlie, these songs are great.
Yeah.
I think that Luma is searching for young guys to, can you, you know, so he was my breakthrough.
Wow.
That guy was, yeah, actually.
Are you still in touch with that guy?
I can't
You
even
can't find him? Oh, my word. So your first day when you met Daddy Luma, what was it like?
Well, I went, the first day I couldn't just like meet him, so I went the next day. And the next day I met him and he was like, you know, somebody was just cutting his hair, let me say. And then he just said, are you Ofori Amponsah? I said, yes. He said, you this small boy, are you the one who sang this song?
Yeah.
I said, yes. He just entered the room, came back with an envelope. That was like 5,000 those times, like 50 million those times.
That was a lot.
And he said, you're a star.
Just like that?
Just like that. But it took another 4 years, 5 years before the songs
Why?
actually came. Well, there was a problem. He also gave up on production.
Oh.
And I was in school that time, and I was sacked from school for just going to sing. And so I was like on the street for 4 years.
Okay.
So that was the reason, but you know, by divine intervention, the song
just
came
happened.
out. Yeah.
So the first song that introduced you to people was Wohunchere.
Antiata, yeah.
Antiata. And then after that, what, you released an album almost immediately?
I released, yeah, an album after 2 years, Still.
Yes.
Which was also a great song.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then the rest is history.
It's history. But it was interesting because, you know, when everybody was enjoying your music, and at that time I had also just started my career, I was like a year into it.
Right.
So I was doing a lot of entertainment stories.
Right.
Then I had to report that you had found God. So you say you're not doing those songs again. And I said, Ofori Amponsah, what happened?
Actually, you know, this, as I said before, this world is a spiritual world. We live physically, but it's a spiritual world. And the gifts that we have comes from God.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just take a break because if the song is not coming, if you know, you are not in the mood, then you cannot write in a song.
Yeah.
But that time too, I had my own personal challenges. I was doing this thing for a long time and I needed a break.
Okay, the music,
first,
you mean?
Yeah. The first thing was like, I needed to find God. I mean, when I say God, people don't actually understand.
Yeah.
I needed to find myself again. And I think the break was a very good thing for me. Because actually, I was a bit going wayward until I just like took a break and then came back. And right now, I am successful than before. 100 times successful.
Because you gave your life to Christ.
No, actually. No, I mean, I was a Christian before I became Ofori Amponsah.
Okay.
So.
But you became a pastor?
Actually, I was leading songs and music in church. And I was a worship leader in church. I was a lay preacher in church before I became Ofori Amponsah. I never knew I would become a Highlife star. Yeah. I thought I was going into ministry before I became Ofori Amponsah. So it was actually, you know, just sitting back and missing, you know, there's this thing that people don't actually know. The relationship between God and man is sweeter than the relationship between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
It's the sweetest thing I've ever encountered.
Okay.
And so actually I wanted to, you know, come back and try to pick myself up in my Christian, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't like I was trying to become. I was already.
You're already a man of God.
I am still.
You still are?
I am. You know, God gives a gift, He never takes it. You give your life to Christ, you never take it back. It's not like, you know.
No, but let me understand something. Because like you said, you now started singing gospel music, leading the church. And then a couple of years later, you released Alewa. So you remember everybody was calling you Pastor Lewa.
Yeah.
I'm guilty. I was one of them. When I'm doing your stories, I said that Pastor Lewa is back.
No, actually, it's okay. Bella, this music thing, life in itself is hard. I mean, you never like it. One day you hear Ofori Amponsah is drinking and smoking or just
that,
like, on weed or high. You never be happy, actually. But if you don't, take your time to connect yourself to God, that's what happens. This is a spiritual job. And you could just go away.
So is that what happened to you? You lost?
No, actually. But I had my own challenges, like, relationship-wise and, a lot of stuff going around me. So I had to just, like, take a break a bit, yeah. And
then, I still don't understand, though, Ofori Amponsah. So is it that the journey with God was a little difficult for you? Maybe you were new in it, you didn't seem to understand.
I'm not new.
I'm talking about then, not now.
Okay.
At that time.
So actually, let me just like paint this picture for you.
Please do.
Ofori Amponsah was already in church, singing in church before I became Ofori Amponsah. So it's not like I gave my life. I was already doing that. I don't want to speak about it today, but like, a gift like, okay, I'll just sit down and say, okay, the year 2020, this will happen.
Oh, you could prophesy?
Of course.
Do you still?
It is. It's a gift. Oh. It is a gift. And so that was what I was doing in church before I became Ofori Amponsah.
Okay.
And so for me, my platform was the music. For example, I'm in the studio, and then it just comes like the year 2020, this is what's going to happen. So I put it in the song.
Okay.
Because I don't have a church. So I just put it in the song.
In the song.
And so that's actually my gift than even the music.
And so you're still very active in church at the moment? And as you see, I say, I backslide.
No, I will never run away from God. Listen,
it's not an easy journey.
It is not.
Yeah.
It is not. But pick yourself up whenever you fall. Listen, when you fail to succeed in life.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like one of those things for me. Yeah.
So would you say then that as a musician, it's not wrong for you to believe in God, to be in church, etc., and still sing about love and
love. God is love. And actually, when you read the Bible, Apostle Paul compared, the love between a man and a woman to the love between God and the church.
Yeah.
You understand? So singing about love is nothing. But you are the only person who listens to the music playing in you. So at any particular point in time, you need to listen to the song that is playing inside you. But
at the same time, you are releasing a song that might lead someone to also
have a baby.
Sin.
Or
may feel a bad girl and they're chasing women and stuff. So then people might say that.
Who actually created that thing?
What thing?
Was it me? Who actually created the man and the woman and, the bad thing?
Oh, me, I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
That is religion.
Okay.
Religion for you, because religious people will just like say that. Yeah. Actually, a doctor will just like go and see a woman's part and it's okay.
Yeah.
A musician will sing and it's sin.
Yeah, but not sin necessarily, but you have a lot of
Have you ever read the Songs of Solomon? Have you?
Not entirely.
Please read it.
I should take my time.
It's so nice. It's
so that's beautiful. Why that's what you're likening to your music, eh?
No, actually, as I said, music doesn't come from me. It's a gift. It's like you can sit down to write something, okay, create something, but the actual gift comes from God. So if you follow the actual gift, you will hear at any time what you have to sing. It's like the words is given to you. It's not like you sit down to. I don't sit down to create anything.
God speaks to you.
Of course.
What's he telling you now? What's he telling you?
Oh no,
because your fans are waiting.
Okay, actually, I would say we are all, Ghana is a Christian country. We just need to pray. Prayer is very important. Actually, when I was coming, I was telling somebody, without prayer, I wouldn't be Ofori Amponsah today. So prayer is the most important thing to me. Like it connects me with my maker.
Okay.
And that's yeah.
And for you, that's it.
Yep.
So is he also telling you what songs are next? Have you written a number of songs? I can imagine how many songs you have that you haven't released.
I have written a lot, but I have lost the energy to sing. Just like the energy to, I will sit in the studio, create a song, and it's on a computer, just doing nothing.
Yeah.
And the energy to just like go out there is not more there.
Why? What happened?
Actually, probably it's tiredness.
Okay.
Tiredness. And as I said before, the interest is,
it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Is it because music has changed over time?
No, it's better now. For me, I'm getting paid better today with all my songs on the internet than even before.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You still make money off your songs?
Oh,
wow,
what do you think?
nice.
Yeah, I'm blessed though.
You are?
When people see somebody like me, the way I am, I just don't know, I don't show off. I don't show off like, but I am blessed. I thank God for my life, and I thank God for where He has, brought me so far. So far, so good.
So you're making the money, that's why you're tired of us. So you don't see why you should go into the studio and record.
No, it's not. But like, I'm even making money on shows than even,
than before.
So it's like, yeah.
So you're good.
Very good.
I mean, I've heard a few people complain that your performance on stage is not as energetic as this, what they listen to on the CDs.
Yeah.
They usually expect a lot more, but then you come on stage
there are a lot people say about me. And actually, it's politics. So when it comes to the music, any mistake you do, you just like, people will just like bash you with it so that, Yeah. But I don't think so.
It doesn't bother you when people say that?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think your stage performance is top-notch?
No, I don't. Like, first, I would say yes, because that time we were just like riding high, and we just like didn't take care in preparations. This one call you, and so sometimes you go to 4 places a night.
Exactly.
And you just like break down. But now you just like come and listen to the songs, and you won't believe it. Yeah.
So what are you expending your energy on? What are you doing at the moment? Do you have businesses you're running on the side?
Yes, I do. I love building. I love building. I am into construction, and that is my favorite thing I'm doing.
That you're doing. Now. So you're more like what, an architect, or? Of
course, I have all that. I draw all my plans. I do, and then I monitor just like how the building should come up.
Okay, Ofori Amponsah Ventures.
Well, one day it will come out like that.
Maybe one day.
Right now, I'm just doing it so that I don't just waste my money.
Okay.
Yeah, putting my money where, I feel is secured. Because life, this is what I tell people. You have to, make sure you are secured financially, so that you don't go on the street.
And you are doing politics on the side too, Anna.
Everyone is in politics in Ghana.
Everybody's doing politics.
Either you are A or B. So.
Are you sure?
Of course.
There are people who are still very neutral.
I have been neutral for a long time, but I have been Dankwa Buzia even before I became. My father I was in the former president of Ghana, Afrifa, used to come to my dad. Sit down. So I got interested in politics, at a very tender age.
Okay.
Because I was listening to them. Yeah. So I was in it, but actually because of my business, I had to just
stay away from it. But now you've shown face. Because you recorded a song recently for Dr. Bauman.
Yeah, I've shown face.
So that means...
For me, I think whenever people go through a lot in life, we make wrong decisions. And then the economic situation of the country could lead people to just like make a decision which will not, augur well for the country.
Yeah.
Every country goes through this, phase of like, going through financial challenges.
Yeah.
And this is the time Ghana we are going through it. We don't have to just like, give up and tell people like, okay, this one, because no one particular person can fix this until this whole country will come together to fix it. It's not fixable.
Okay.
Okay, for example, today, maybe the dollar is 16. Muhammad will come, it will be 25. Another will come, the next 10 years, probably if God permits and we are living, Bella, you interview me again as I told you. It's not, we have to, do an introspection as a people so that to know what exactly is ailing, our economy. Our country as a whole. And so for me, the step of like, especially educating the youth is something that I hold, the reason why I hold on to the MPP. And,
You're talking about free SHS?
Of course.
Oh, okay. So that's why you...
No, not that one alone, because they actually introduce a lot of, interventionist programs, even more than the other side. For me, I'm not. I'm purely MPP. I will tell you.
Oh, you've always been.
I have always been.
Okay, so doing a song for Dr. Bawumia is nothing new that people should be shocked.
And actually,
about.
I see something different in that man.
What exactly?
I see him to be the future of this nation. I see him that he will transform. And especially people don't actually understand. People actually think about bread and butter alone. But there are certain times that people in places will take decisions to change the destiny of a nation. And I believe that man sees that in this time, in this digital age, something should be done for our country. And he sees that vision of a digital Ghana. And I believe that is a good thing.
But what do you say when people say that he's the vice president?
Right.
He's the head of the economic management team.
Right.
So if there was going to be any change, we should have felt it within this period, so that it makes his journey to become president easier.
When I'm driving a car, the mate is inside.
Hey, are you also bringing driver and mate to this conversation?
Actually, you know that for me, Dr. Bawumia has been the most, the most visible vice president I've ever seen in Ghana. For me.
Okay.
So the vice presidency is something ceremonial. Unless the president is gone. Unless the president is gone, then you just like take the seat.
The seat.
So the vice presidency is almost ceremonial. You cannot be in charge. You can have an advice, you can give an advice, but that doesn't mean the advice will be taken.
You see, I don't want to get too political,
right.
But when you say this,
it's true. It's a fact. Listen.
Oh, I understand. Hold on.
It's a fact.
He was touted as an economic whiz kid.
Right.
The reason they brought him on board was because he knows the numbers. He knows how to turn the economy around.
Right.
So if after 8 years we're being told that it's a ceremonial, more like a ceremonial position, why was that not touted at the beginning? So we understand that he's not the one we should rely on.
What we are facing as a country is like we are facing external shocks. Shocks from...
You're sounding like...
No, it's true. I did economics in school. No, I did economics in school, so I know.
I see.
And so, actually, what I feel for this nation, especially when I see people on ships going to Italy and stuff, I cry in my heart.
Yeah.
Because there's so much opportunity here in this country that people don't see. When it comes to farming, there's a lot. But people actually don't love what will bring them money. Everyone will cut corners for money. And when everybody is cutting corners for money, what economy do we have? And so, as I said, we have to do an introspection as a country. Because I think one party cannot do it. We have to come together and then fix this nation together.
I heard what Apietu's posted.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you were in the studio recording and he did a video. Oh, you didn't know about that as well?
No, I saw it.
Oh, you saw it, exactly. Yeah. So that's how a number of...
Like,
you said the song is not out?
No,
I thought it was because I've listened to it.
Oh, really?
Matthew.
But I heard somebody comment, "Hungry man."
Oh.
And actually, but I one day invite you to my house.
Okay.
I one day invite you to like the stuff that I've done. And I think I will be doing people disservice if I don't actually tell them, hey, after going through a look at what I've done.
Yeah.
You know, I am somebody who is just reserved and I don't want that thing. But
you didn't do it because of money. That's basically what you're trying to say.
No.
You don't need the money.
Listen, this whole year, if I play 10 shows, and let me say, one is 10,000 or $7,000. How much do I have?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't need anybody. I don't need this thing to say. No. Actually, it can't even buy me. If I get that, it can't even buy me a car. So why? I am doing it because I believe.
Has Doctor heard the song? Has he gotten back to you on what he thinks about the song?
Yeah, I don't actually know, but he'll actually listen to it.
Hear it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, congratulations on that, by the way. So you decided on your own that you want to do something.
I did on my own.
It's not like anybody from the party called you.
No. If anybody comes up from anywhere that I support, if, for example, NDC comes up, there is somebody I support.
Yeah, then you would.
I have already seen I like the former president Mama. He's a very nice person.
Okay.
You know, articulate. He's you know, well spoken and all that. But I've also experienced his leadership. Yeah. I think we should go forward. For me, that's my opinion. Okay. If Ghana doesn't and they vote, no, that's fine. The way
you say go forward, then we should go for GUM. Or we should go for movements for change.
No. We go for Dr. Bawumia, please.
Or the new force. The new force too is there.
Actually, I don't know.
Have you followed any of his activities? So you don't really know much about him. And as far as you're concerned, it's Dr. Bawumia and nobody else.
Oh, yeah.
They can do whatever they want.
Because of the vision he has, the digital. Like for me, I'm so concerned about corruption and you know in all this stuff in society. It is not one party alone. If we don't put in place certain things to curb corruption, forget it. Everybody will come and do the same.
But these governments, they've not done too well with corruption either. That's
what they say every time a government is in power. When NDC was in power, that's what they said.
Yeah, but this government promised us heaven on earth.
Well.
So I mean, for a lot of Ghanaians, I'm sure they all thought that, oh, this is it. We're going to walk on streets of gold.
If anybody thinks like this is it, then the thing is endemic. It's in us. Listen, it's not a government, it's the people. Listen.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
The thing is in us, the people. As I said before, we have to do an introspection of ourselves. It is us. Because it is me, I'll vote for Bella, and Bella will be at the presidency. So if I say Bella, Charlie, you know me. Yeah, so the thing is, as I said before, like, the downturn, especially when it came to the 80s and the late 90s, it wasn't as easy.
Yeah.
So that also contributed to, you know. I mean, Rollins came to say he's killing it. You can't kill it. We have to kill it with structures. Okay. And when the structures are fixed,
we're good.
If something is digital, you cannot pay me anything.
Okay. Like I said, I don't want us to go too deep into politics because then it becomes. So. I'll leave it there. But just quickly on the song, were you under a bit of pressure to outdo the song done by Daddy Luma? Because you remember that one for Nana? Yeah. Na 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 na, you win. That's like a solid. Recording.
It was.
Whether you are for MPP, NDC, when that song plays, you dance.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So were you under a bit of pressure to sort of outdo that song or to match up to it?
I can't outdo my master.
Okay.
There is something that people say, and I just wonder. That Luma is 1 in a million talent. We will see this. We will see maybe him in another 50 or 100 years. I don't know. Yeah. Even if it will happen again. So he's a legend. Phenomenal. He is. I am a singer too. I'm a song. He sees me more of as a songwriter. He's like, how do you write all these songs? But I see him as a spectacular singer and creative person. Okay. And
so you're not trying to beat him to it. You're giving him the respect. But are you still in touch with him?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah. When are you going to record a song together again?
Oh, Charlie, ask him right now on the screen.
Yes, how? We, the millennials, we understand that era so well.
But I'm hoping it will come.
You owe us some music.
Yeah, I think so.
Whether with him or on your own.
Yeah,
promise me on this set that you are going to release another banger. You give me an album.
When I come back, the first thing I will do is I go to his house.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll put it before him.
I hear you. Yeah. We are waiting.
Yeah.
Do you feel you've not been appreciated over the years in terms of your music brand?
Yes, of course.
You feel that way?
I have played second fiddle all my life, and I know how to play it, and I know how to play it good. If you are not visible, you can do better than when you are just
out
everywhere.
There. Okay.
And so I am not concerned.
Okay.
One day posterity will just remember me for this whole song. So like for me,
that's enough.
Ghana right now, it's kind of like, you could be just some people can just forget you if you don't take care. You are on the stage and then the next thing you are off. So
it is well.
But I prepared myself before I became Ofori Amponsah. I'm not concerned about those things.
I see. Interesting. What's your favorite song of yours?
My favorite song would be Damabi.
Oh, you like that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Semiwa namandiana yo.
Oh, the voice. Oh my God.
Semiwa nani wajinjiane kumi. Ora semiwa na besini.
No,
That was-
listen, I told you, maybe I'm just being too much of a fanatic, so let me leave it here. But God bless my father's soul for introducing me to you, because we would play that every single day. Your
Thank you
album
so
was
much.
fire. How many
Thank you.
albums did you have, by the way?
It will be like maybe 15 or 14 albums.
Well, I don't think we had all the albums, but
Yeah.
the major ones,
You
we
did.
had them and we listened to them back to back. So it's an honor actually sitting here chatting with you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for the amazing work you've been doing.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we're
you.
waiting for more. But we'll be right back. Don't go yet, so we're not done with you. And maybe it's time for you to go back and listen to all his old songs as well. So Filter, maybe we should do... We'll be right back, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show. And I know a lot of you are looking forward to more conversations with him. We'll probably do a part 2 of this another time. But he needs to catch a flight, so we're going to let him go at this point. But text us, let us know what your favorite Ofori Amponsah song is. And maybe you should go back online and check out his music videos and check out his songs as well. He is indeed a legend, if you ask me. And I've enjoyed all his songs. I hope you have as well. Thank you for joining us on the show today. A big thank you to my style team, Vive Styling, Nafsi MUA, and Hair Affairs by Aisha. And to all our sponsors as well, we'll see you again next week.
You know what time it is.